Hi, my beautiful Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for September 2018. My fiery, adventurous, fun-loving Sagittarius. You know, you take on the qualities of Aries, who is, the one who, I don't know, I guess we could call a trailblazer, and the sign of Leo, who is, or wants to be the leader, but definitely can stand in for the leader. You take on both of those qualities, which really gives you this sense of adventure and fearlessness, I guess, is what I want to say, which is beautiful. I do want to say real quick that, and by the way, this is for Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising. You may have planets in Sagittarius, or you may just have been intuitively guided to the reading. So welcome, everyone. I do want to say that, I am picking up the feeling of a few of you somewhat isolating yourselves, which is, not your normal personality. So you are, I don't know if isolating is the right word. For some of you, maybe, but I also feel for some of you, it's like, because it's not the normal part of your personality where you're feeling like you're not fitting in. Whether it's with a particular group of people, friends, at work, there's something about it where, I'm just starting up my computer. It just feels like you feel you're not fitting in. Yeah, on the other side of that, I feel that this is something, I'm not going to say the people, or whoever it is, you don't feel like you're fitting in with. I do kind of feel like it's a group, or just in the world in particular at this point. But I feel like this is coming more from within. And I don't know, I just kind of want you, if you resonate with that, I just want you to kind of recognize that, because that can bring you down. And I just feel like there's no need for that, even if, let's say it's a group of friends. I don't even want to say friends. Let's say work, the people that I work with, and other people seem to be easily making friends or easily getting along, yet I feel like the odd man out. I just want you to think about that, because I do feel like it's coming more from within. And I don't know, I feel like it's bringing you down. And you don't have to carry this around. So it's more your perception of how you're feeling other people are looking at you, feeling about you. Okay? Even if there could be one or two people that are causing you to feel this way, and then you're just picking up that I don't want to say you're picking up the energy. You are thinking that the rest are just like that, okay? Because I really feel that if you do feel that way, if you are isolating yourself, you need to allow this group of people to get to know you. Okay, and we'll see. We'll see if that comes up in the cards. And then one more thing, and I picked this up before. I don't know if it was for your sign, but I just feel that for September, well, in general, if you tend to be someone who, is walking late at night, for whatever the reason. You may jog, you know, at night, something. You know, just be aware. Be aware of your surroundings, okay? I'm not feeling anything bad. I just want you to be aware of your surroundings. And, you know, as a collective, we need to do this more and more. You know, if you are, let's say you do run at night, and, you know, it's like almost like running down this path, like running through a park. And you get this feeling within your gut. Someone's behind you, someone's watching you. Just trust that, okay? Just trust it, even if there's nothing going on, okay? Just trust it. And again, it's not that I'm trying to scare anyone. I'm not feeling that anything's going to happen. I just want you to be conscious of your environment, okay? Okay, and I don't know, I was just picking that stuff up. So, again, this is for September 2018. I know the messages have been quite heavy for the month so far, and I mean, they're, you know, they are exhausting me, literally exhausting me. I just want a nice, light reading, and we'll see, you know. Well, hopefully it's your sign. But yeah, the messages have been pretty deep, you know, really asking for reflection, looking at things with a different light, not taking things so seriously, knowing that you have the ability to move yourself out of situations. Doesn't mean easily, doesn't, you know, doesn't mean that, again, you're not stepping outside your comfort zone. However, if your gut is telling you to move on, to leave something, just pay attention to it, okay? Because I'm really feeling that for all the signs, to be honest. Okay. I think that's really all I want to talk about. I, as always, want to thank all of you, my subscribers, my new subscribers. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you for just being here for me. The energy has been, you know, it's been really good. And then the last 2 days have, I don't know, kind of taken me down. And that's why this reading is just now coming out. I won't read unless my energy is high. So, I don't know, I guess I should have looked at the planetary aspect to see what's going on, but, you know, it's okay. It's back up again. You guys can let me know if you felt the same thing or not. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and begin. We're going to start with the Tibetan Singing Bowl. Just go ahead and, I don't know, I feel like you guys have a lot of emotions, so try to release that. Try to let go of any expectations. Really try to tune in through your intuition. I have to say, I've been getting some kind of crazy comments lately, which tells me, because, like, I know what the messages are, and I can see that some are not receiving them in the way they were meant to be delivered. There's nothing I can do about that, right? I really can't. So you really have to tune in and understand that the messages, you know, they're coming. Yes, I'm using tarot, but they're also coming from spirit. And spirit would not ask of you to do anything or stay with anyone that is not for your highest good. So, you know, I really ask that you try to really come from your intuition. You know, don't just assume something, okay? Because, you know, the comments, I don't know, they just kind of threw me off, especially on Scorpio. I almost just wanted to put my cards away and walk away from tarot. And maybe that's why I needed a couple days to, I don't know, kind of like recover. Now, that, that doesn't mean it's anyone's fault, other than maybe I'm taking it on. It's just that I want you to receive the messages in the way they're meant to be received, which is only to help you rise up, okay? Never to push you down. But you have to play a part in that too. Common sense, number one, knowing that spirit source would never ask for you to stay with someone in a situation that is unsafe, that type of thing. Forgiveness, yes, just the way it is. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is. I've had people do horrible things to me, and I've had to forgive them. I follow my own guides. So, and it's so freeing. And I know if you're in something, you're like, I doubt it. Okay, anyway, I'm going to stop talking. So just go ahead and release the expectations. Just calm your mind and just let the tone take you away, okay? And it's really just to ground you. So we're going to go ahead and begin. Well, I don't know how long that tone lasted for you guys, the vibration of it, but it lasted quite a while here, and you and Scorpios both had, kind of a unique sound to it. I don't know. Okay, so we're going to start with the Angel Tarot by Doreen Virtue. Again, Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising. Goes intuitively guided. Let's see what's going on for the month of September. It's going to take a second. Let me put my feet on the ground. Okay. Down a little bit. Okay. Let's begin. So we start with the Death card. This is release number 13. Can be Scorpio, of course. We have the Empress. Two major arcanas out of the gate. And we have the Six of Fire, Six of Wands. First thing I'm noticing is the 3, the 3, the 6, which should be a double 3. Definitely transformation going on. I just want to say, I feel like for some of you, there's a promotion. There may be a promotion coming. It's like a promotion, recognition for a job well done, whether it be actually your work or wherever it's coming from. I do feel like it's moving you up at least a level. Let's put it that way. Some of you may have finally found a way to start your own business, like a loan coming through, something you've been waiting on and it's finally coming through. It allows you now to put action behind it. Not that you haven't been, but bring it out to the world. And it being received really well. Especially the Empress in the middle here. You know, the Empress is about your own creativity. It is about giving birth to your own dreams. Being the front runner, right? Not allowing fear to play a role in what it is I've been wanting to do. Especially with the Death card here, it is about even a new attitude, a new way of being. Fear that was once there starts to go away. Or looking at the threes too, it's almost like the idea, the preparation. Now the double threes, you know, action, optimism, ready to do it, and being received well. We have the Two of Swords, Two of Air, in this deck. And I feel like for a few of you, what this is talking about is, again, something that you've been wanting to get off the ground. I feel like the groundwork, the groundwork, or let's say you haven't really begun the groundwork, but the research, I feel like is already in place. So the idea is there. It's like everything is in place. Now's the action. I feel like you had to look at something. You had to look at something. You may have had to revise something within this. Feeling like, kind of feeling stuck. You know, like I want to get this off the ground. I want to get off the ground, but I can't see how. I'm missing an important component. I feel like it was revealed to you. We have the King of Wands here. We have the Moon, card of Pisces, possible Cancer. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles kind of coming out by itself, right? Seven of Pentacles is about those seeds of intention that were planted. And it just looks to me, you know, Seven of Pentacles, what I'm picking right now, feels like the perfect card, right? Because I do feel like here, for whatever the reason, I had to put something on hold. even those who may be getting a promotion, it may have, it's a feeling of, I know this position is opening up, but something within me has held me back from applying for it. But I feel like you do. For some of you, what it's almost like there's a couple positions opening up, and something holding you back again to apply for one position. And it feels like if that was you, it's almost like the universe held you back on purpose because something else was opening up, something better. So it's like I'm being held back for a reason. And even with the Two of Swords, I can kind of see that, like, I want to move forward, but there is something within it. There's something going on that's pulling me back. It's putting a little fear in me. But then that being lifted. Especially the moon mirroring this Two of Swords. Because the moon talks about fear, right? The moon is that energy of illusion, sometimes self-created, fearful of, because I don't know enough, can stop us from going forward. I'm just seeing that 18 and the 9. The 9 within that is about the journey. Especially with transformation up here and things becoming clear, because there's Two of Swords and the moon. Both cards speak about not seeing things completely for what they are, whether it's self-created or what have you. So I kind of pull my energy back. Yet at the same time, it's like the universe, for some of you, I don't want to say they put that seed in you. I guess it could have been misinterpreted. Because I also feel like the Seven of Pentacles is talking about, needing to have patience. I needed to have patience. I feel like this, for some of you, has already happened, or it is happening very soon. Especially with the Death card being the first card. So something is ending, right? A period of my life is changing. I am best served to just flow with this change versus resisting it. It is for my highest good. It has shown victory over that. Sometimes I have to make this movement, even if I don't know where it's taking me, right? But with the Seven of Pentacles, these are about seeds that you have planted. And having confidence within that. King of Wands here. Again, King of Wands, the leader. Some of you are definitely being moved into a leadership position. And listen, it's coming from your own creativity. It's coming from your own ideas. I'm definitely feeling as we move further and further into September, everything just feels like it becomes clearer and clearer to you. And not just about this situation, but just about life in general. Things start to become clearer. I'm able to reflect on where my difficulties lie, or had lied before this point, right? So once I move into this new period of creativity, of action, of things being revealed, I'm able to see why my patience was needed. So it is like things being revealed to you. And that may be exactly why you can start to see things in a new light with a clearer perspective. You know, I always feel that there are viewers who are starting spiritual businesses, and I pick it up so much, and sometimes I question myself, like, is that always happening? But I do feel like it is. And then we are like-minded, so it would only make sense, because I do feel businesses, different types of businesses dealing with spirituality, you have those healing properties. Maybe some of you are just starting to realize that. I just want you to keep moving towards that. A 22 down here. So this is telling me, this is talking a lot about your foundation, the stability of your foundation. And what do I have up here? 16. Look at that. I have another 20. I have 22 up here. Now let me just double check that. 13. 19, 21, 22. 22, 22. Wow. 4 twos. Twos, I think of new beginnings, starting something new, a new project, new relationship, can be the rebirth of something. And then the 4 definitely is about stability, your foundation. So, wow, your foundation is what we're talking about this month. I feel like whatever has been holding you back regarding changes that you have wanted to make in your life, it's like you're being released from that. I feel like the Virgo new moon is going to be very, very good for you. And perhaps for some of you, that's exactly when this promotion comes. Virgo new moon is September 9th, I believe. Wow. Which the moon adds up to a 9. So, be prepared for that. Today is the 30th of August. If there's a position opening, you've heard a position, or there is one opening, and you want it, but you have a little fear right now, I feel like the advice is go apply. Because I do feel like something with the Virgo new moon is very good for you. I just looked down at the words on this King of Fire, and below it says advice from someone creative. Well, we have the Empress right above her, right above the King of Fire, him or her. So advice from someone creative. What does the Empress tell us to do? To give birth to our ideas. And you think about the Empress, right? Normally, you think of like a pregnancy, right? So I'm going through these trimesters, and as I am, the baby is developing, right? The baby is developing, growing larger and larger till it's time to give birth. That's what I feel like is going on. So wherever I've been held back, whether it be through yourself, fear, or finances, what have you, it is time. You have three major arcanas. So, I want to say no more excuses. Do it. Like, tell yourself that, okay, it's just time. It's time for action. It's time for action. And I almost feel like a lot of this has been put in place for you. Even if I didn't have that clarity, right? Even if, like, let's say you open a spiritual business and you've been wanting to do it. Maybe you've been watching tarot for a while, watching readers, getting ideas, seeing the different ways I can do it. But now it's time for you then to do it. All right, let's bring out the Universal Tarot. Let's break this down a little further. As far as relationships go, I also feel like a few of you have been like in a standstill, perhaps with someone. Not moving forward with someone because it feels like not all the cards are on the table. For some of you, it does feel like someone wanting you to make a decision towards a relationship. And, it's like that energy of, although I am attracted to this person, although perhaps I want to be in a relationship, there's something, things just weren't clear enough. And I'm saying a relationship. Someone wanting to move forward with you. And I do feel like you want to move forward with them. This could certainly be someone who is of the past. I'm trying to get the feel of this person. And it is kind of like, I don't know why I keep wanting to say this, but like someone needing to put all the cards on the table. I need to see it. I need to understand exactly what it is you're asking of me. Are you asking to date, or are you asking for a committed relationship? Now I feel like this is what you are asking. Funny, I just looked at the cards on the bottom. I have the Two of Swords and I have the Three of Cups. And it is like that energy of, Do I keep myself back or do I celebrate it? Do I hold myself back or do I celebrate it? I'm not sure. All right, hopefully we'll get more clarity on that. I do feel like, don't overthink it though either. For some of you, it may have been someone asking you on a date, or someone you have been dating, and you're not sure where this is going, where this relationship is going. Certainly could be someone coming back, asking for another chance, but, in your head, you're like, what do you mean by that, though? So you want another chance. Tell me what you mean by that. Another chance what? Do we start as dating again, or are we going right back into a relationship? So it feels like there's a little bit of not knowing. And if you're not asking, it's like I'm picking up two different energies. It's like, don't try to move something too quickly, on one hand. But on the other hand, so weird, on the other hand, well, look at that. I have the six of cups in this hand. I didn't even realize that. And I do the 3 of cups still. So yeah, it definitely feels for some of you, someone that you have been involved with before. So, the energy feels like just go with the flow, but don't be fearful of asking questions either. Like, don't be fearful, especially with the King of Wands here. But maybe what it's talking about is, well, I feel like that's exactly what it's talking about. That you have a right to know what this person means, but in the same breath, it's like, don't try to move it too quickly, because maybe you need time within this, right? You need to see if this person is standing behind their word, right? Are they putting action, or is it just words? I do feel like someone's definitely interested in you. But yet, perhaps when this particular relationship ended, I don't know if they're ever easy. But yeah, okay, so this is the energy I just picked up. For some of you, this person is coming back. You feel like, man, I just stopped thinking about you. And I mean like on a daily basis. Like, I used to think about you every minute of every day. And now I may think about you a couple times a week, or you might pop into my head once a day. So it's like I'm just starting to be able to let go of this energy. And here you come in. Back in. And this is why you're being asked just to go with the flow here. Your decision, number one. It's not saying definitely take this person back. But going with the flow for your own security, stability. This is not about changing what you are doing. If you're on a path where you feel things are falling in place, especially as it relates to your career, this is not about stopping that, right? I have a hard time with this deck. Let's give it one more shuffle. Okay. I feel like I want to find out a little bit more about this relationship, since this is what I was just talking about. So I want to know more about the relationship with the moon again. For some of you, this could be a Pisces, could be Cancer. But I'm definitely feeling, again, feeling inside like you want to know. You know, like, I want to know. I want to know exactly this proposal. I want to know exactly what you mean by it. I mean, you do. You want to know. Let's get more on that. I also want to say that, you know, if you are interested in this person, so perhaps, you know, you've been wanting this, yet at the same time, almost getting over it. But yet, I do feel that energy of really wanting them to come back. I feel like you got to be a little careful with your anger. Now, you may have every reason to be angry, but I feel like what it's talking about is not that you don't have a right, and this is just for some of you, but it's in your delivery, okay? Yeah, it's like full guns a-blazing. Just pull that energy back a little bit. If this is something you really want to go forward, okay? I feel like you may even be a little surprised, like you feel like, I didn't know I had this anger still within me, and then it kind of rises to the surface. All right, tell me a little bit more about this. A bit more about the relationship. I do feel like you're gonna receive the answers to your questions. Yet it is, you know, just be aware of your approach. That's all. You know, it's like, are you going to be loyal? Can I trust you? Can I trust upon you? Or are you going to be like this big bad wolf? So I have the Two of Wands with that, and the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like the Two of Wands is more about this person coming back. This could be the other way around too. Let's not forget that. This could be you approaching them. And if this is the other way around, you know, just know that someone may carry a little anger. Doesn't mean you don't have anger too. You know, it's weird because I'm not really feeling fault on either side. Doesn't mean there's not. But what that tells me when I don't feel it is that we can move beyond that. We can move past that. I have the Seven of Pentacles twice here. So, you know, for some of you, this could certainly be soulmate energy. Funny how my candle just flickered when I said that. I have the World card. to me, this is a good sign because the World card, we have ending and then the beginning, right? Death, the world, new chapter. The world to me is, I have clarity going into this chapter. I am more lighthearted within this time period. This, I'm asking about the person from the past, so this is what it's regarding. I feel like someone has someone has looked at their actions. Perhaps, I feel for some of you, this is about someone who you had communication, then you don't. You have communication, then you don't. Let's just say 3/4 of it goes to them and 1/4 goes to you, because again, I don't feel, I just don't feel the energy of how, like, as sitting here reading your cards, as I can blame one side or the other. So we both had a part in it. Now, someone could have stopped communication, but then I'm remembering the energy I picked up of, how to just be aware of how I am communicating, because I am feeling some anger. So, unresolved anger. Yet, here's the ability to move beyond that. I feel like they have done reflection. Two sevens here. I feel, this may not be the first time, especially we have repeating numbers here. This may not be the first time where we broke up and got back together. However, to me, this feels like the energy of, if someone's coming back, and I know they are, so they're coming back in, they're posing this question to you. Some of you, it is like, I want to know A to Z right now. I just don't think they can answer that, but I don't think you can either. It's almost like, we can't really predict so far into the future. I do feel, though, with the World card here and the energy of them reflecting on their actions, that you are able to move beyond this. I'm definitely feeling also soulmate energy. Can it be a twin soul? Absolutely. Union is coming together. Ascension is happening. People are awakening. And yes, that even means our past lovers. So I feel good about this energy, yet at the same time, being advised not to move it. It's enjoy it. That's what I'm feeling. Instead of worrying, like, okay, exactly where are we going to end up? I feel like you can say, you can say whatever you want, but I feel like, asking the question, are you talking about commitment? Exclusive. I don't date anyone, you don't date anyone. I feel like that is fine. But within the energy, not trying to push it too fast, merely for the fact of enjoying, what it's reminding me of is when you first meet someone, and that excitement, that joy, even the butterflies and what have you. All of that is coming back. And it would just be a shame to miss all that Because I feel like do we need to rebuild? So let's not go from A to Z just like that. Almost like taking that energy on of, this is the first time I've been with them. You're kind of rediscovering each other. That's what it is. You're rediscovering each other. And, you know, I'm thinking that Three of Cups where it should be joyful. So it's almost like if you make the decision of saying yes, then allow yourself to enjoy each moment. And if you find that perhaps you can't do that, and maybe it's not quite time yet, because especially with the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like it's meant to be, but in the same breath, I need to have patience within it. Seven of Pentacles can also talk about worrying too much about it. That seed's already been planted. I have to trust within that seed. I see you doing it, though. You know, and it's like I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I also feel like their approach this time is different. There's something different within their approach. And I kind of feel like it is opening up to you, letting you know that they see their part in it. I don't know if you're going to trust that right away. And that's okay. But another reason why, you know, maybe not even make the commitment. Let's take it day by day. Let's see if they put that action behind their words. I think they will. And I am feeling the energy of coming back together and coming back together strongly. Yet, I hate to keep repeating myself, but you are rediscovering each other. Okay. All right. Let's start at the beginning here. So we're definitely letting something go. When I say letting something go, it can be just an old way of thinking. Your spirituality is growing here. So you're trusting in the universe more. Maybe your intuition is really I don't know. It's like you're able to trust it now. Wow. Look at this. I have the Lovers and I have the Knight of Swords. Right off the bat, I feel like this is an apology. And I also feel like this is them putting action behind their words. This can certainly be a Gemini. I'm also feeling don't be too much in your head, up in your head about this. Don't overthink it. Especially with 2 7 of Pentacles, right? I can certainly be overthinking. Transformation or the Death card. I'm letting, I'm forgiving. I'm taking on a different energy. They're taking on a different energy. This relationship has a chance of a better energy. Feels like someone recognizing the fact that You are their soulmate. That life without you is not what they thought. It's just not what they thought. Don't forget, this can go the other way around. You recognizing that. Both are going to be recognizing this. They're coming in with their truth. Just the way I said that, their truth. Okay? So their truth. This may be something we need to discuss because we each have our own version of the truth. The truth is somewhere in the middle. But they're coming in with clarity over you. I do feel like there's going to be apologies. I feel this for a large number of people, like apologies. You know, the period that we've been in, no wonder we have death as the first card, you know, the period that we've been in has kind of felt like an illusion. What is real? What is not real? Having to work through that energy. Really through the eclipses and everything else, you know, 2018, having to work through that energy. Each of us. Maybe separately. Sometimes you don't know what you have until they're gone, right? You don't know what you've lost. What's that song? I know. You guys, I'm so sorry. I always do that to you. Like, what is that song? Okay. You know, I have the card of Gemini. I have the card of Scorpio. Then I also have air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Doesn't have to be any of those. But someone's definitely recognizing within themselves who you are to them. And I am not picking up anything that tells me that I should resist. That is always personal choice, right? It's always free will decision here. But I feel like you are getting real clarity over this. Okay, let's keep going. I don't know, maybe. What's this? Here we go with double numbers. So we have the 8 of Pentacles. We're on the Empress. You know, the 8 of Pentacles. It's about being prepared to work hard for something. Being prepared to put in the effort, I should say, to develop one's own skills, to begin one's own business. I often feel within the 8 of Pentacles, you know, the energy I put into this is what I receive back. So if I'm lazy, then that's what I get back. If I'm looking at it as financial, you know, if I'm not putting a lot of energy in towards my work, well then I'm not going to get much back. But what I do put in is what I receive. I often feel within the 8 of Pentacles too, it directly benefits you. You know, this person is working on their own craft. Sitting on the Empress could not be more perfect. The 8, as above, so below. Spirituality. Month of August, getting everything in place and now putting it into action. We have the 8 of Cups on that. This is about your desires. You know, where is the 8 of Cups heading to? The 9 of Cups. as it relates to work, business. We're going into the Nine of Cups, right? So it is, again, that feeling of laying the groundwork, having clarity over. Not being fearful, moving towards my own desires. Even if I'm fearful of how other people will receive it, I'm doing it anyway. You know, I used to do that with my readings in the beginning. I would watch them and then make a decision whether I was going to put it online or not. And then one day I just had clarity over that, because that was me trying to control the message instead of letting the messages just come out and trust within it. That was the day I just stopped watching the readings. I'm not saying I have never watched back a reading. There's times that I feel guided to. You know, because I am so far from perfect, I also receive messages. But I started to put trust in what I was receiving and just letting it go. And then you had to tell me whether it was good or bad. You know, moving into the Nine of Cups. Your dreams being fulfilled, right? We have the Seven of Cups. And then we have the Four of Wands. For some of you, this could certainly be taking you out of the workplace, and now you're able to work from home. I don't think this is overnight. I think there was a lot of things like you had to get in order, you had to figure out. But you did. Or you will be very soon. I also feel with these double eights that you're being guided. So this is kind of like a guided path. So, you know, for those who felt held back, maybe release that fear and understand that sometimes that energy of restriction is put there for a reason. Something better is coming, especially with the Seven of Cups. Maybe I'm not jumping at the first offer. Just trying 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. 11. I don't know. I think 11. I think twin souls. I think meant to be. Definitely spiritual help, spiritual guidance here. You're definitely moving something along. And again, we're going into the Seven of Wands after that. So that is, you know, it's a card of victory. I'm seeing the 4. So in one way or another, this is helping within your foundation. Again, you're going after your own desires. And I'm also picking up that as this relates to a relationship, probably the same one, there will be stability here. You know, it's that energy of almost needing that time alone, that time apart, because it allowed me to think about my real desires and allowed them to think about their desires. Again, the energy of missing someone. And then I'm seeing with the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Cups together, you know, did someone want to date others? Make sure, this could be you, this could be them. And I feel like if, you know, if that's the case, I feel like this person was definitely falling deep in love with you. And that may have scared them a little bit. Or, you know, you. I'm also feeling like that. I feel like both of you, honestly, during this time apart, have imagined the other with other people. You know, like when I close my eyes at night, that's what I picture, them with someone else. Now, whether that has happened or not, you know, I know that's tough energy. Because I kind of feel like this path, this is also a guided path. And if I'm going to go into this relationship, I have to be willing, especially the Death card as the first card, to put my past, to put our past, right, behind us. Doesn't mean we shouldn't talk about it. You know, then I'm thinking about the Empress here, who is a nurturing, strong, but a nurturing type of energy. So if we talk about this, it needs to come from our hearts and not our ego. This is how we get the real clarity over it. This is how we move it forward. The Four of Wands on here, you guys know I love this card. This is, you know, as it relates to love, this is my marriage card, my serious commitment card, my one and only. My best friend. Then I'm thinking that number 11. 2 7 of Pentacles. Did each of you plant that seed of intention? You know, double eights again. You could have broken up earlier in the year, but August. And I feel like if this person has not come back yet, or if you have not, you know, if this is you thinking about doing, you know, going in with an apology, or your, you know, your version of what you feel the breakdown was. Especially with the Eight of Cups here, because with the Eight of Cups, I want to have clarity over those cups. Before I can really move into that Nine of Cups, right? Card of my dreams. I need to have clarity over those 8 cups. So, staying out of the head and more into the heart. Okay. I feel like I want to keep that out. I'm feeling good about your reading. Let's look at 6 of Fire, 6 of Wands. You know, as it relates to love, this is the energy of something coming in. something good coming your way. Whoa, this card just went flying. Excuse me. Okay, we have a lot of cards, but they're all face up, so we had to take them. There's a lot of cards. Okay, we have the Eight of Swords. You know, this is the energy of being in one's head. You know, this is the energy of sometimes someone else putting that blindfold on her, on you. Right? Someone else putting you in a fearful state. Well, someone else putting the blindfold on you, but then it's within my mental thoughts that keeps me stuck, that keeps me trapped, that makes me fearful about going forward. Another 8, by the way. We have the Knight of Cups. So yeah, this is definitely bringing in an offer of love. I also feel like their approach, you know, maybe it's like they foresee that you may reply back with anger. I feel like they're coming in very gently. Just looking at the horse and how the horse is concentrating on the waterfall. Almost telling me that just need to go with the flow here. This would be the best way, right? Look at that. There's the Six of Wands again. Wow. So I can tell you that some of you, or even them, you know, however this fits for you, there's been mental energy here, right? There's been that feeling of being stuck. Maybe not feeling like I can't move forward, right? Especially if you feel like this is your twin soul. And I don't know, I just feel like they know. They know. They've been thinking about how to reapproach. I definitely feel like who I'm talking about, you have wanted this person to come back. So if this is, you know, if you're watching this, as this is someone you're like, I don't, you know, no way in hell, then this part is not for you. All right, because you have been in your head about this person. You know, both of you feel that there's something more than this being just a typical relationship. Someone going through that awakening process. Month of August seems to be, you know, seems to be the catalyst. The reflection. But for them, it's about how do I approach Sagittarius without them biting my head off. Not because they're afraid Well, I'm sure they are somewhat. But it's more about, I do feel like it's almost like someone had an awakening, which, listen, that is what August has really been about. And really wanting the opportunity to tell you what they need to tell you, what they really want to tell you. I feel also that, let's say, I'm going to say me, because I'm picking up on the energy, the empath. So they come to me and I'm still in my head about it. Doubtful about it, though I want it at the same time. I feel like if I put up a wall, or don't let down that wall, I should say, don't put down that wall, I may never hear, it's almost like I block their ability to give me their truth perspective. This is someone who has thought this through. And, it's kind of like, I just want you to hear it out. Then make your decision. I think they're going to be victorious, though. Let's keep going. Look at that. Here's that 3 of Cups back. Let's get the rest of them out. The 7 of Wands. Well, it's exactly the energy I was feeling. And then the Queen of Wands. Hello. Am I going to celebrate this, or am I going to defend myself? In the past, definitely had the, this is the energy of what, it's, okay. I got to slow down here for a second. First thing I want to say about the 7 of Wands is this is the energy of feeling I need to defend myself, defend my actions. But each one of these wands have new growth on them. This is not a do or die type of energy. So there can be different perspectives within this 7 of Wands, right? But the energy I'm feeling, the energy I feel that they're expecting from you is you putting up that wall, defending yourself. But yet at the same time, it's like they're prepared for that. And then this 3 of Cups showing back up again. This can be a joyful time. And I just feel like some of you know exactly what I'm talking about, because this has to come from you. I'm going to do one of 2 things. Now, number 1, you are talking about it. But I'm either going to keep that wall up, where I may not be able to hear everything that they say, or as they're talking, I start thinking of my response, so I'm not really hearing. I'm not actively listening. So it's like I have a choice here. I can allow them to speak, take it in through my heart, not my head. I'm not saying don't be logical. But if I put this big wall here, doesn't mean you can't move beyond it. I feel like you miss. All right, real quick. Another energy just picked up is You know, if this is something you really want, this is something you've been trying to manifest, even if you still have some anger towards this person, which, you know, you probably do. I also feel like be aware of that, but also I feel like for some of you, and I feel like this on both sides though, where, you know, so I go and tell my friends about what so-and-so did to me and this and that, and they, you know, they have their perspective, you know, how it is in the beginning. I feel like this decision is yours. Because some of you may have some loved ones who will have their own opinions over this, right? Now, in a way, you have to understand that because, you know, I go and I tell, let's say my best friend, well, so-and-so did this to me and so-so did that to me. And I kind of leave out, you know, all the good qualities. And then, boom, this person's coming back. Well, they're my best friend is going to stand up for me. It's going to try to get, you know, try to have me see their perspective of what I told them. I hope that makes sense. So they see it from one perspective, but sometimes we leave out all the good stuff. I know this energy because my daughter's done that to me. You know, tell me about someone and then goes back and I'll be like, Jen, did you forget about everything you told me? This is a gut call, okay? This is through your intuition. Trust the energy you're feeling, good or bad. I do feel like it's good. I don't know why, but I feel like for some of you, this is a Leo. I feel like I had to say that. But I feel like you can trust yourself within making this decision. If I stay out of my head, if I put that wall down, I do feel like you're going forward. Number one, I'm looking at the Queen of Wands, and her back is against this defensive energy. So it is like, you know, you're letting that go. Again, this is for people who have been wanting this person to come back, even though, you know, there's fear or anger attached. This is not for people who do not want someone to come back. Because even if I am angry with someone's actions or what have you, I have the energy of you trying to, you know, you deep down at a soul level wanting to bring them back and them for you. Okay? Okay. And I also want to say this can certainly be the energy relating to work situations too, right? An offer coming in, hearing it out. All right, let's go down to the Two of Swords here. So Two of Swords, I could be resisting making a decision. Like how I just pushed the Empress up. I have a feeling what it's going to tell us is, again, you know, using that type of energy. So we have the Page of Pentacles and we have Judgment. Major Arcana. Apology, again. You know, Judgment is a rebirth, an awakening. It's what we want. You know, we want this energy. Oh, my light is switching on and off. Well, I have a ceiling light on and, oh, the bulb is just flickering. Oh, now it's really on. Oh, not just, wow. Okay. I'm getting crazy energy. Not crazy, spiritual energy. In a lot of my readings, Scorpio had white feathers just out of nowhere. And a few of them. And I wish you could have seen that bulb. By the way, it's a brand new bulb. Okay. All right, I got to refocus here. You know, I just feel like, this is about an awakening. This is about a rebirth. A chance to do it again. Do it over. Do it right. I also feel like this is, if I can't make a decision or I'm afraid, like it's flicking again, talk to your spirit guides. I feel like it's like they want me to say that. Right? If I can't get out of my head, then I need to go within. Again, a guided path. Page of Pentacles also here. Page of Pentacles is, I want to learn. I want to improve. Whether it be my finances or just I want to know everything I can about this spiritual path. Page of Pentacles is about getting grounded. Look at that. There goes that light again. Maybe you can see it on the reflection of the cards. I hope you can. For some of you, this can be an offer of a brand new job. You may have been getting training for something. And listen, that can be in anything. It can even be like especially with the Empress, how it puts itself up. So if this is about even a spiritual based business, boy, you have the backing of the universe. I just feel September is going to be a very powerful month for you. Loved ones helping to guide you here. No doubt about that. And even though it's on this judgment's on the Two of Swords, this is something I want, right? So within this rebirth, it's what I want. Someone having an awakening. If this is relating to love here, this could certainly, you may have said to someone like, I feel like you're my twin soul, my twin flame. I feel like we're soulmates. Them not quite understanding it back then, but them doing their own research towards it and then starting to feel it, especially through an awakening. Spiritual help, 7 of Pentacles, meant to be, but you have free will. I'm going to leave that out. We're going to continue to move forward. I'm going to do King of Wands. So this can certainly be your own energy, or, can be another fire. Just reading the words down here. It's so weird how normally when I bring these cards up, I don't even look at the words. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. The Empress. So communication through your vision. Some of you are definitely taking on a leadership role, whether it be through a company, whether you're working for a company and now you are starting a home business, whether you already work from home and you're doing some type of business through your spirituality, especially with the Page of Pentacles here. You know, you have grown. There's been transformation within yourself. You are pulling on this creativity, feeling it more, or the ability to feel it more. Okay, tell me more about this. I feel like believe in magic. Believe in magic. So just got the King of Pentacles pop out on that. And I feel like for some of you, this is about if you want to start a business. You know, if you want to start a business, do it. Don't put it off. As it relates to love, King of Pentacles, someone who is loyal, someone who is stable. What I often feel within this energy is this is not, you know, it doesn't even matter where they were, where they're at now is coming from a place of stability. I don't feel like the King of Pentacles is someone who goes to work and then hangs at the bar and then comes home at midnight, you know, if they're attached to someone. King of Pentacles is about the family. All right, so when I work hard as the King of Pentacles, I'm doing it to benefit those that I love. Now, I know not all Kings of Pentacles are like that. This is the energy of, okay? What a nice energy to show up there. King of Pentacles, the business owner. King of Pentacles sees the big picture. The big picture. He's looking right back at Judgment and this Page of Pentacles. You know, for some of you, this could certainly be, let's say, a earth sign. And it doesn't have to be, but, you know, someone who I was with as a younger energy, now showing up as the king. Male or female. So the growth, right? So Page of Pentacles, and then I have Judgment, the rebirth, the awakening, and now showing as the king, on the king. Holding that pentacle up. Alright, anything else on this king? We have the Four of Swords. So Four of Swords is the energy of, you know, where I took a break. I reflected upon. Also, you know, the energy of not needing to move it quickly, right? Especially with the swords. 3 swords are hanging, and 1 sword crosses him. So I hopefully took the time to analyze those swords. Don't overanalyze them with the King of Pentacles here. But time was needed for reflection. This is a pause. This is praying. I often feel the energy of Mother Mary in this card. So what I'm seeking I definitely feel that you receive. I'm just going to keep going, adding in the moon with this energy. We're going to keep going. Look at that, I have the High Priestess. Wow. High Priestess is all about our intuition, right? She's, the High Priestess sits between good and evil, good and bad, light and shadow. Let's put it that way. But her lesson is teaching us how to work both. Both exist. How to work within balance of both. Seek clarity. And with the Magician, receiving that clarity. The Manifestor. The first person the Fool meets along the new journey, right? Because we started with the Death card, so this really is about a new journey. Whatever has happened in the past, I have to be willing to be able to close that out. Understand that things evolve, even people. This is definitely a balanced energy. Coming from a period of time, it's almost like a time out, but within this time out, clarity was sought after, and clarity has been found. The High Priestess and Magician make up the three. The Empress. Taking action. Giving birth to. Nurturing. Nurturing each other. Nurturing ourselves. Magician. As above, so below. The connection. Getting out of our 3D limitations. And understand that we have that spiritual connection. Always. Always will. The Magician teaches us how to work through, or let me say it another way, teaches us that through this journey, there is the light, there is the shadow. We all have that. All of us. And it's finding the balance within. Some of you have definitely been seeking these answers or asking these questions. Justice. There's your balance. There's the balance. I feel like justice is an energy of making us feel whole again. How can we feel whole again, right? And what I mean by that is, let's just say we're talking about this relationship, love. Feeling like, literally your heart has been ripped out of you. Justice comes in with this balance, with this, after I've been seeking this clarity, I'm receiving it. It is through my intuition here. This is a call of intuition. Feeling whole again. Okay, some of you, this is a twin flame. Because I feel like I'm breaking two equal parts back together again. Two equal parts back together again. That Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands to me is the effort I put into something. And so this is telling me, you know, for some of you, you have history with this person. And this could be lifetimes after lifetimes. But you do have history. There has been work towards all of this. Not just relating to love, but relating to you growing within a career, within your life. It's about not giving up. It is about understanding that the wands that are behind him are what makes him who he is, what makes you who you are. It is what has built your character. And this is not the time to throw in the towel. Relating to this whole reading, by the way, a 9. The journey. So the journey of what I've been through, again, collecting those wands. I often feel like these are soul lessons, which then give us soul expansion. Okay, let's pull the 7 out. Excuse me, I have one card fly. Look at this. We have the 10 of Swords. So we just had the 9, right? 9 of Wands, which tells us, you know, not to give up. There's a lot of effort that's been put in. Whatever it's relating to, right? Keep moving forward. Then we have the 10 of Swords come out with Temperance. Your card. I find that quite beautiful. This tells me that the period that you've been in, because we have to remember the 10 of Swords is about what's already been done. 10 of Swords, you know, the majority of the swords have been put in us by other people. Mental energy. Sometimes feeling like our power has been taken away. You know, within this card, he is face up. And to me, that's a symbol of looking at those swords for what they truly are. Because again, it's mental energy. How many swords did I allow? Sorry, my leg is just shaking back, not shaking, but I'm like, it's like I'm swaying back and forth. It's reminding me of like the trees, like how the trees sway and back and forth. And I'm wondering, this is like to calm. Okay, I gotta stop doing that now. I'm making the cards move. So, the 10. I have to let this go now. Right, I've had the opportunity to look over the swords. Those that I'm meant to. I'm not meant to look at every sword. But I have the opportunity of letting this energy go. Living in a different way now. Temperance. Another card about balance. Fire in the water. The masculine. The feminine. Divine. This is a card of timing. So, on your last card, your last clarifier is your card. And it is a card about divine timing. reminding us that this energy won't serve us going forward. Especially with, again, the Death card being your very first card. It's a new time in your life. It's a new chapter in your life. It's a new energy in your life. It's a new type of freedom in your life. Feeling whole again. Spirituality. Really trusting within your spirituality. You know, if you talk to your guides and you think that you need to hear them, you don't. You'll feel it. You'll feel it. You know, it can be something as simple as, let's say, I don't know, I'm just going to use this for an example, but let's say, you know, you go to a store and, you know, there's loose candy sitting around, you know, to buy. But because it's sitting out, you grab it. Well, within your gut, you know that it's wrong, right? Because it's not yours. In your head, you might be able to analyze that well. You know, hey, first of all, they left it out. Second of all, you know, this store makes plenty of money. But your intuition, your gut, gives you that, you know, it's that quiet voice within. That is your intuition. That is your spiritual help. They don't have to scream it to you. You just have to feel it. And many times we hear that quiet voice and we ignore it. Instead of going with it, we get in our head. I don't know, I just told you all that. This is about timing, divine timing. 7 of Pentacles. This is about the time, you know, it's harvest time. And how fitting, we're moving into the fall here where I'm at. But that's what I feel like, it's harvest time. I can go with the flow here. I can trust within the universe. Or I can stay in my head. That, my friend, is your choice. And Spirit can't do anything about that. If you shut down that voice, there's not much else Spirit can do. They can't literally move you, right? But their guidance is there. Wow. Beautiful month of September. Beautiful month of September for you guys. I have a choice here. And it's being shown to me a few times, right? I have a choice. I can stay within the feeling of my past, the troubles of my past. I can continue to stay angry. I can continue not to trust within myself, making any decision, or I can just go forward. I can go with the flow. One energy is closing, so a new can open. The elements you have with you. This is also protection. This is about being your authentic self. The ability to be your authentic self in this next time period. These are your seeds of intention. Many are having an awakening. Many. It's a different type of energy. Many are having soulmates, twin flames, coming back together, coming into union. I know this energy. I've been following this energy. And I know that it's happening. I know it's already started to happen. And it's going to continue to happen. Where your decision lies here is, how do I receive it? How do I receive it? Do I go with the flow of the universe? Do I go with the flow of my intuition? Spirit clearly speaking to you? Or does having it my way, is it the only way? Am I open to letting go? I definitely feel like you have to be open to letting go of past energy, forgiving those. You don't have to, but this is how you're going to expand. This is how you're going to have more and more growth. This is just a time to get out of our head. I knew that through the other readings also. This is about stability. How do I get a strong foundation? Through my balance. Everyone has light and shadow. Everyone, including you, including me. Just the same, the ability to balance that is here. Divine masculine and divine feminine. I'm going to leave it there, guys. I just found this reading to be beautiful and very uplifting. It's exactly what I needed too. You know, it just feels simple. And that's really what life is. It's all the mental energy we put into it that makes it more difficult. Yeah, you got victory twice. You have the most beautiful cards out here. You have major arcanas all over the place. You have death, letting things end, closing the door of ways of energy and the world, allowing this new time, this new period in your life to begin. Go with the flow. I love you guys. I'm going to leave it there. I love you so much. I'll see you soon.